Saiyan Army? Welcome to the video. So today we got a new client transformation video for you guys. As always, before we get into it, I want to shout out and thank my client Brandon for allowing me to share his transformation and journey with you guys. So do me a favor, like the video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I also want to apologize. I know these videos haven't been as consistent as I would like them to be. I know last month I came out with one, but I missed the past couple of months prior to that. So I want to apologize for that. I know a lot of you guys use these videos, to keep you guys disciplined and on your guys' journey. So yeah, this next coming month in February, I am looking to do 2 and 2, so double up on each of the next following months if time permits. Yeah, just to help you guys out. But anyways, back to my client Brandon. A little background on him. He is 26 years old. His starting weight was 138 pounds, and he had a goal to just get shredded and get in the best shape of his life. Yes, one of the most common questions I get is, was he working out? And yes, he was working out. We put him on a version of my Saiyan Power Building program. You can check that out at SaiyanArmy.com. And he's an engineer, so he doesn't move around a lot. His activity levels are really low throughout the week. So yeah, we had to increase cardio to compensate for that as well. I also asked Brandon if he had anything to say, and this is what he wrote. When I was younger, I was always relatively fit, being pretty active in sports and working out. As I got older, life happened and I grew complacent, lifting only for a month or two each year at most and doing nothing the rest. After COVID lockdown, I decided that it was time for a change and started dieting and working out by myself. I eventually hit a plateau and wasn't sure of what to do next, as I didn't want to keep dropping my macros and not being able to eat anything. That's when I decided to go to Matt for help. With Matt's coaching and expertise, I knew I would be able to break my plateau and ascend. My biggest struggle with dieting was just staying consistent and keeping myself accountable. I would yo-yo back and forth with my diet and workouts, staying on track for a couple of weeks and then being a potato for a couple of months on end and going back to where I was before. I would usually restart the cycle when I've gotten a bit fluffy. Overall, I wasn't progressing in my lifts or my overall physique. Another struggle was learning how to eat the things I love in moderation. I'm the kind of person who can eat an entire bag container of chocolate from Costco in a couple of days. Me too. When dieting, you really can fit whatever you want. Instead of just eating like 10 servings a day, I would easily fit 1 to 2 servings a day to satisfy your cravings. Counting macros also helped me learn how many calories I would actually consume on the weekends when I would eat, drink, and hang out with my friends. Having a cheat day every weekend of 4,000 plus calories definitely backtracked all of my progress that I made in the week. During my coaching with Matt, I still drank with my friends, but on those days I would just be more conscious of my food decisions to not go overboard with my macros. Again, everything in moderation. Reason why / motivation. I originally wanted to just be healthier, but throughout this journey, I strive to be leaner, bigger, and stronger than I've ever been. I've watched a lot of Matt's others client transformations videos and helped me stay motivated. It's human nature to want to see immediate results after all the extra effort you've been putting in, but it is really a marathon and not a sprint. 12 weeks later, I'm proud to say this is the best physique I've ever had, and I couldn't have done it without Matt's help. I will keep trying to better myself and ascend even further. So that's what Brandon had to say, and that is a very, very common problem that I see throughout, all my clients is they diet Monday through Friday. Let's say they create 1,000 calorie deficit and they just blow it Friday, Saturday, just, overindulging and just binging. They eat all the calories back and then some, so they gain even more fat back. And that's why moderation is key, and we'll talk about it throughout this video. However, this is Brandon's starting pictures. As you can see, he has, some good muscularity. You can tell he's been working out off and on, maybe not the most consistent, but he has a decent physique. You can see, all his muscles, the development is definitely there. However, he just has some body fat covering it. He even has like some abs coming through. It's just, a lot of fat, which is why we're here. So let's get into the transformation. Week 1, macros, 200 carbs, 65 fats, and 140 grams of proteins. Cardio, 1 session, 300 calories. That's low intensity steady state cardio. Average weigh-in was 136.7 pounds. So this week also, Brandon unfortunately strained his pec while working out. A lot of the transformation was him recovering, which is why his bench didn't really improve. But we did get his strength back up again once his pec fully recovered. So for this week, just like a lot of my week 1 transformations, we're just trying to build consistency and just get him used to the tracking macros daily and just building that successful habits that, will last you a lifetime. So here's his week 1 pictures. Physique looks a little tighter. I don't know if it's water weight or just better lighting, but his abs look a little bit better. He doesn't look as fluffy. His body composition just looks slightly tighter, slightly better. Relatively the same if I had to guess, just because the angle is slightly different and the lighting slightly different, but he definitely has a good base to work from. Week 2, macros, 200 carbs, 65 fats, 140 grams of proteins, exactly the same. Cardio, 2 sessions, 300 calories. So we did increase cardio by 1 session. New average low weigh-in was 133.2 pounds. So that's another 3.5 pound drop from the week prior. So a lot of that is water weight, as I mentioned to you guys in a lot of my transformations. You know, if you lose a lot of weight in the first couple weeks of a diet, that's totally normal. A lot of that's going to be a lot of water weight just from the deficit or creating that deficit or working out more. It could be a lot of things. But as always, we're working to build that consistency. So something that Brandon did tell me prior to coaching was that every weekend he liked to go out with his friends and he drinks relatively around 7 to 10 shots every time he goes out on the weekend. So as you guys know, alcohol adds up, and the alcohol calories does add up and will kill your deficit. Also, studies show that drinking alcohol on a consistent basis will lower your testosterone levels, and that's why alcohol is totally fine in moderation. What I do is I have all my clients track their alcohol calories, convert it to carbs, and just subtract it from their carb calories to make it fit into their macros. And here's Brandon's week 2 pictures. As you can see, more water weight being lost. We dropped another 3.5 pounds. Abs, stomach looking tighter, arms are looking a little bit tighter. His back definition is coming in faster. I think his back probably leans out quicker than his front. Again, this is very genetic for all you guys. And this is something that a lot of you guys will learn as you guys start dieting and start your own transformation, is that you will drop body fat, different from your friends and other transformations that you guys see in these videos. Some of you guys may drop fat faster, in your back than you do on your stomach. Some people might get shredded abs and a fat back. Some of you guys may have shredded chest and back and just a lot of fat on your legs, for those of you guys, genetically gifted. But yeah, for everyone is different. That's why just don't worry about it. The fat will come off eventually. Just keep on going, stay consistent and diligent to the process. Week 4, forgot to mention in the last week, we're gonna now be skipping every other week. So we'll be doing week 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 just to save on time. However, all the macros and cardio sessions and everything will be up on the screen for you guys to follow along. So week 4 macros, 225 carbs, 65 fat, 140 grams of proteins, cardio 3 sessions at 300 calories. Weight was 131.9 pounds. So a 1.3 pound drop from week 3. What we did was we did increase carbs by 25 grams, so 100 calories, and we did increase cardio by 1 more session, so another 300 calories of cardio. So what exactly I'm trying to do right now is I'm just trying to push his metabolism, engage his body. So by increasing the cardio, I'm just trying to increase his activity levels just a little bit more. Also, keeping in mind he's an engineer, so his daily steps is very low. And this is something that I could have done as well, as I could have started increasing his steps as well. However, his cardio just is something that I don't really focus on until the cardio hits like a certain threshold. And here's his week 4 pictures. Huge changes going from week 2 to week 4. Abs coming in very fast now. You can just see everything leaning out. Even his shoulders, like the separation is coming in a lot more. From the back, as I told you guys, it looks like he leans out faster on his back than his front. His back is looking diced. Obviously, it does look like it's slightly flexed and tensed in this picture. So, take it with a grain of salt, but his back is looking great. From the side, you can see the shoulder capping off a lot, his stomach flattening out. And with the extra calories, we're on the right track, so let's keep on going. Week 6, macros, 225 carbs, 65 fats, 140 grams of protein. So macros stayed exactly the same. Just like a lot of my transformations, not a lot of changes were made during this transformation because he just kept progressing throughout the entire thing, which you guys will see at the end. Cardio, 3 sessions, 300 calories. Average low weigh-in was 131.6 pounds. So he dropped about 0.9 pounds from week 5. Again, keeping everything the same. And here's his week 6 pictures. So as you can see, abs coming in, looking diced, getting there, definitely. From the back, his back separation is looking even better. V-taper coming in. From the side, triceps are popping now. I don't know, maybe a slight flex on the triceps, but looks like it's popping more, got a little bit more separation. And just going back to the increase on calories, for a majority of you guys watching this video, in an ideal world, the best way to create a calorie deficit is 1, increase your activity levels, and 2, decrease your food intake. And obviously you want to decrease it a little from both at a time, just so you guys can stay consistent with it. Because if you increase 1, let's say you drop food and you're starving all of a sudden, then chances are you're probably not going to be able to maintain this deficit long term. But if you guys just take small steps, increasing activity, decreasing food just a little bit, a lot of you guys can maintain that for a while. And then as you plateau, just do it again. you know, or do one at a time. You don't have to do both at the same time, but that's always the goal. And that's why it's important to also increase your activity while dieting and not just, you know, create deficit through diet alone, which can be done, but it's just not the best way to go about it, in my opinion. Week 8, macros: 225 carbs, 65 fats, 140 grams of proteins, exactly the same as the past 6 weeks. Cardio stayed the same, 3 sessions, 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 129.8 pounds, so only a 0.1 pound drop from the week prior. So in this situation where we're hitting like a small plateau, this is where I'd go through, you know, his history, look at his trends, look how his week went, look at his consistency, and then decide, hey, maybe we'll keep things the same. Majority of the time, I'll keep things the same and just ride it out for another week because, you know, just a lot of people think they hit a plateau, but chances are a lot of times you just need a little bit more time. And usually you'll see a big drop the next week after that. However, in this week, we did make a drop in the prior week, which you'll see in weeks 9 and 10. But anyways, it really doesn't matter because his physique is looking better and better in the mirror. And as you can see in his progress pictures, here's his week 8 pictures. Abs coming in even more. You can just see his stomach and his body fat just getting shrinking and shrinking every single week, just coming down. And the abs are in, lower abs are in, arms definition, back definition. His back is definitely his strong point. He has like a thick ass back. And yeah, he's obviously flexing it. I think he's flexing it in almost all these pictures, so it's pretty consistent. So you can see it definitely getting, you know, just leaner and leaner by the week. From the side, triceps popping out again, did a little different angle. His arms do look a little bit bigger, but you know, progress is being made. So to be honest, looking back now, I could have probably kept him on the same macros, which I didn't. However, yeah, it didn't really matter because by week 12, he looks crazy. So let's keep on going. Week 10, macros: 200 carbs, 60 fats, 140 grams of protein, cardio, 3 sessions, 300 calories. Average weigh-in was 127.6 pounds, so pretty much the exact same as week 9. So from week 8 to week 9, we did drop carbs by 100 calories. We did drop fats by 5 grams or 45 calories, but we kept cardio exactly the same. So he did see a new drop in week 9. However, you know, we stayed the same again in week 10, but it's all good. Here's his week 10 pictures. Again, looking leaner. If anything, actually in his week 10 pictures, he does look a little bit more full. So I don't know if he had a little bit more sodium or a little bit more water weight, but his body does look a little bit more full. Could just be his pose too. How he's sticking his shoulders out a little bit more. They look a little bit more rounded, more capped. His chest looks a little more fuller, but it's all good. From the back, his back is looking crazy. Got that V taper going on and that separation. From the side, shoulders are coming in, stomach is flat. Everything is just tightening up and looking great. Week 12, the final week. Macros: 200 carbs, 60 fats, 140 grams of proteins, cardio, 3 sessions, 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 126.9 pounds. That's a 1.7 pound drop from the previous week. So again, we're dropping slowly but surely. Also, keep in mind, he's not a very big guy, you know, 127 pounds is not very big. So, you know, every single pound in comparison to his total mass is a lot. He's not a 200 pound person losing, you know, 1 to 2 pounds a week. He's a 130 pound person. So keep in mind that even a half pound drop is a lot at his body weight. And here's his week 12 pictures. Abs looking crazy, looking good. Lower abs coming in, body fat's looking good. Shoulders are capped. From the back, V taper is in, thickness is there. Like, he even got some Christmas tree action going on. Like, he could have took this diet and continued it and went straight to like a men's physique stage, because his physique is looking like a damn good natural men's physique competitor, you know? From the side, shoulders are capped, triceps are popping. There's some flexing pictures he shot over to me, and his chest striations are in, his arms looking good. His back is looking insane, especially when he's flexing and got that Christmas tree action going on. And yeah, I'm just so proud of Brandon. He came in wanting to get in the best shape of his life. He didn't stop. He didn't let, you know, his friends and his family hold him back. You know, one of his big complaints was that he felt like he had a hard time saying no to his friends on the weekends. But I told him, you don't have to say no. You just have to make smart choices. And sometimes you will have to say no. I'm not gonna lie. You know, getting into shape will take sacrifice. None of this will come easy. You know, a lot of you guys that like to go out each and every weekend with your friends to party, drink, eat all this crap and do whatever. Nothing's wrong with that. However, you know, you need to say no. Like I used to go out with my friends a lot, but I would always like pack food, bring food, you know, that kind of stuff. Yes, it'd be kind of weird, but you gotta do what you gotta do for this short period of time to get the gains and success that you want. There will take sacrifice. You will need to tell people no, and yes, it'll be uncomfortable sometimes, but it'll all be worth it in the end. I promise you guys. Just keep on going. I believe in each and every one of you guys watching this video. The year's just started. We are just at the tip of the iceberg. You have so much gains to make, so much potential to unleash in this new year, and we're all gonna ascend. Also, before we go, I forgot to talk about Brandon's lifts. So these are all estimated 5 rep maxes. So his squat was 185, now it's 245. Again, he definitely recomped some muscle. He definitely just regained a lot of that lost strength from just inconsistency in the gym. His deadlift went up from 225 to 315 pounds. So from 2 plates to 3 plates. His overhead press stayed the same. He started at 135, he ended at 135. Bench stayed the same as well, 205 to 205. And reason being is because of that pec strain in the beginning. Obviously it's gonna hurt, you know, how much weight he overhead presses and how much weight he benches. But luckily we're able to get his strength back up, you know, without losing muscle at all and maintaining strength. So that's a huge win. But yeah, we're gonna end the video here. Again, like the video, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. For those of you guys who wanna ascend in the new year, who are serious about ascending in the new year, shoot me an email, gokuflex@gmail.com. I have limited spots available. For those guys looking to make gains but may not want coaching, check out my programs. I highly recommend my Saiyan Shredding program. I took all my knowledge of all my clients over the years and put it into one book for you guys to do on your own. I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, Nader. Aloha.